Alright, what is up, boys? Happy to be back. It is your boy Lex Money. In today's video, we're going to look into whether or not the September dump is cancelled. Now, over the past year, you guys already know, okay, we've actually had some decent gains for altcoins, but it doesn't feel like we've had those altcoin gains. And that is because the majority of the altcoin gains come at the end of the cycle, okay? And we need a few things to happen first before these altcoin gains do come across the board and do send us parabolic. One of them is going to be USDT dominance falling alongside Bitcoin dominance falling. So we're going to look into the Bitcoin dominance chart at the end of the video, as we always do. Make sure you guys are paying attention. But we don't really look at the USDT dominance as much as we should. And again, USDT dominance falling just shows that people are fleeing their stables, ready to enter risk assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins, guys, okay? So if we can continue this breakdown, maybe target something like 3%, then at this 3%, we can marry that up with Bitcoin's price, ETH's price, the altcoins price, and where Bitcoin dominance is. And then we can say, right, are we going to go much lower, or is altcoin season over? Now, before altcoin season is over, guys, I want all of you, please subscribe if you would like to, because it helps me out more than you can imagine. You won't be missing out on any live streams as well. I'm going to be live streaming as much as I can for this last part of the market, guys, because I do think we're in the final quarter of the market right now. So let's try and get this up to around, let's just aim for 20k before the market top. And for everybody who's joined the journey so far, thank you. But one thing I wanted to show you guys today as well is the fact that at lows or near lows, when we're sweeping lows, things like this come out. BlackRock just sold 309 million worth of ETH, okay? And it means nothing. You should unfollow any accounts that post stuff like this if you are affected by it, because, I mean, all you have to do is go and check the ETH daily volume. And volume over the past 24 hours is 21 billion, okay? 309 million, 21 billion, okay? So it doesn't even have an effect on the ETH price, really, guys, okay? But at the lows, people are going to try and scare you guys, and to be honest, I just don't have time for anything like this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys don't have time, as you said in the comments as well, guys. But yeah, right at the manipulation at the low, sweeping the lows, as the market makers always like to do. Again, they're going to try and scare you, and then you get people like this saying 90k less. There's a reason why this is his name, okay? Because, yeah, I don't think 90k is going to be next. And I'm going to show you guys the key line in the sand of where I think Bitcoin would bottom if we do go even lower, if we do get a dump. But are we going to get a dump with, I mean, rate cuts pretty much at 100% now, okay? Remember, this was 99% of 400 to 425 at the beginning of the month, or the beginning of August, sorry. And now we're pretty much between either 25 basis or 50 basis point rate cut, okay? So it just is a matter of when the rate cuts happen and how much, rather than if they're going to happen, all right? So 10 days or 9 days until this. And while this does seem like super bullish, okay, super great in the immediate short term, usually I think something like this would happen, okay? Rate cut, sell the news, gigapump. Why would this happen, guys? Well, I mean, we're going to get the rate cut, which probably we're going to pump up into now that it's priced in at nearly 100%. But why would we have to sell the news? Why would people start selling? I mean, it doesn't make sense to sell, right, when rates are super low and everyone's going to have these billions of dollars now to be flowing into the market. That's not how it works, guys. You should know that by now, okay? Just because rate cuts happen, it does not mean on the day of the rate cut that you're going to get billions and billions and billions of people, or of dollars, sorry, entering the market into high-risk assets like crypto. Remember, crypto is not the only asset. I know a lot of us are like super zoomed in to crypto and we think, right, people must buy crypto. It's not even just going to be crypto, guys. It'll be other things that they can borrow against, okay? So sell the news because we've all been waiting for it. Gigapump after that because people are going to say, but the rate cut meant that we're going to go up. Why are we dumping after the rate cut? I already know that's going to happen. Clip this right now. I'm probably going to clip it and make it into a YouTube short. People are going to say, why are we dumping after the rate cut? They're going to sell their stack and then we're going to gigapump. Clip that. And what will start to happen, guys, is things like ETH may consolidate, have a little bit more of a pullback, come down to around, what, 4K maybe? Maybe it just continues sideways for a little bit, but then continues the expansion. And then you'll see things like altcoin dominance expand after that as well, guys. And we're already seeing it flirting with a breakout here. No confirmations yet. So when people post these to say, right, we confirm breakout, does that look like a confirmed breakout to you? It doesn't to me, guys. 8%, but soon we should be breaking out. And then again, shout out to Camel. But I mean, this could be happening in the next few months, okay? October, November, December. Go to a cycle top. Everyone thinks we're going to pump into 2026. You guys let me know in the comments how long you think we're going to be pumping into. But I doubt it's going to be later than the end of the year, guys. I really can't see that. But so far, when it comes to Bitcoin Total 3, right? Total 3 right now, we're going to find resistance at this trend line that it did lose, okay? All the way back in June. It needs a recapture over the next week, over the next few days, really, okay? So we'd expect some resistance right now. It would make so much sense that we don't just blow through this right now, okay? However, it is looking good if we can get above this yellow line and above the median at around 1.09 trillion market cap. Then we could start to have an expansive phase. For Bitcoin, again, we said any touches on this yellow line is where we'd expect the bulls to come back into control. And realistically, once we start to lose this yellow line is where I would probably say, you know, bear market is incoming or cycle is topped. So far, cycle hasn't topped, and we could go all the way down from where we are today to around 101k, right? 10%. And everyone's saying 90k or less. Just doesn't know what they're talking about. I doubt we're going to 90k or less. It's just that when we're dumping, people like to say, well, people like to get scared and think of the worst case scenario. I think worst case scenario is around 100k, right? So maybe we chop around. Remember, this is the weekly. When we come to Ethereum's still doing its thing, just floating around the all-time high. But that's it for today, guys. So look, we need Total 3 to break out. We need Bitcoin to do its thing. Okay, we need Bitcoin to get above 111 all the way to around 122k, right? So until then, I wouldn't be expecting too much. You guys let me know how you're feeling about the market in the comment section. Remember, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. We're going to try and double this number over the coming months, guys. Keep up to date with the live streams. I'm going to go live later today, so make sure you're tuned in for that. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.